Hey guys, tonight I'm just going to be showing you how to do the first couple of rows of the Elise shawl and how to read the chart, because I find it so much easier once you get your head around it. I will, if I can help it, I will never read another written pattern ever again. So, take a look here. We start at the 1 with a little star. These circles are chains. So we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to stitch into the first chain. And then we're going to do 2 more chains and do a stitch. So we're going around in like a circle, and the way it works is we go around like this, and then row 2 is the red one, and we go around like this, row 3 around like this, and so on and so forth like that. So 5 chains, crochet into the first, 2 chains, crochet into the first, and that's going to make like almost like a little triangle shape with a line down the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Excuse my stained fingers, please. Have a busy day. Right. So I'm going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we crochet into the first, like so. If I can get this bad boy to focus. There we go. And then we chain 2 and crochet into the first again. This first bit is a little fiddly, but once you get past the first 6 rows you will be flying. So if you look here, we have our little triangle shape with a line in the middle. If I can, oh, have my fingers and thumbs. Okay, right, you can kind of see where I'm going with this. You've got like a circle, okay, not a triangle, a circle with a line in the middle. Okay, so if we go back to our chart, it's really handy because it goes black, red, so we get confused. So just on the first row, we're going to turn our work, and then we're going to work around this second row. So we chain 3. These 5 stitches are going into this space. They're not actually going into this chain, these chains, which is where I went wrong so many times until it finally clicked with me. Yeah, we're going to do 3 chains, 5 crochets into this gap, and then you've got this, see this green? It's like the central line of stitches, okay? If you want, you can put a little marker into that as you go along. So once we get to there, we do 1 in the middle, and then we do 5 in this gap, and then I'll show you which chain to put that last stitch into. So turn the work. And we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do these 5 crochets into this gap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we do the 1 stitch into the central line of stitches, and then we do 5 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I like to push this round a little bit, and it'll help you see these chains more clearly. Okay, so if we look, this is where we've come to so far. Looking really pretty, this yarn. Okay, so we're at the very last stitch of chain 2. So if you look here, this is our very first chain, and we're going first chain, skip 1, and then we're going to do our crochet into that chain. Okay, go away. Right, so if you look at what we've got here, we have our starting chain right there, and then we're going to skip 1. So we're going to skip that one. I actually find it easier if you look at the back bumps. Like I'm looking here, I mean, you've got your chains on that side, you can see the chain properly, but I like to look at the back bumps because it helps me count them properly. So we've got starting chain, skip 1, and that's where we're going to put our stitch in there. Okay, so that's row 2. turn the work. We're now on row 3, black again. So we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to put a stitch into that very first stitch. And what that's going to do is that's going to create a gap like this one, where we can put the 5 stitches on the next row. So I'm going to chain. Whoa! Holy moly! Goodness me! Right, let's try that again. I'm going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3. Best. I'm too close, that's what it is. There we go. 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to put this next stitch into that seam to create that gap. We go in there, and there's the gap created. Okay, so that's where the 5 in the next row is going to come in. And then if we look at our chart, come on. There we go. Right. We're going to do a chain, and if you see, there's 5 stitches in below there. So we're going to do a chain, and then we're going to do stitches in the next 3. If you look there, that's actually going to be a triple crochet. So we're going double, triple, double, and then a chain at the end. So we're going to chain 1, which is filling the space for this next stitch. So we skip that one, and then we go double crochet, and then we go triple crochet, and then we go double crochet, and a chain is going to be filling the gap for that. So we're back at this central line of stitches. So if we look here, what we're going to do is we're going to do double crochet, chain, chain, double crochet, chain, chain, double crochet into this stitch, all of that into this stitch. So here we go, skipping that row, remember, double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. Okay, so the other side is just going to be the exact same, a reflection. Excuse that noise, by the way, it's my washing machine. Excuse me. So if you want to go back to the chart and have a look, but I've done this quite a few times now, and I know it off by heart, so I'm going to go ahead and do double, triple, double. And then at the end, if you look there, we've got our little chains, and we look at our chart. We're on row 3. At the end of row 3, there's 3 chains, and in that middle one, we're going to do double, 2 chains, double. So if you find, again, I like to look at the back bumps. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to go in the middle one, which is right there. I'm going to do double crochet, 2 chains, and all these little 2 chains are going to create more gaps for the 5 stitches in the next row. So we've done that.